Hey, it's Sammy and Natalie here, and welcome to the Anxiety Compass, where anxiety isn't the enemy, it's our tour guide. We'll swap stories, share tools, and have a laugh while we find our way back to true north. Come along. Hey everyone, and welcome back. This is our second episode. We're wearing the same clothes because we are going to do a few episodes at a time. We're aiming to get one a week out to you guys. Is that right?
Yep, 100%.
Yeah. And
This
how
is a
long do you
weekly
think our
podcast.
episodes will be?
No longer than 30 minutes, 20 to
Okay.
30 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the average time that we're sitting in a car driving or going for a walk.
Attention spans.
And honestly, the other thing, that we've talked about is when you've got anxiety, your attention span isn't all that great.
So we can keep it short and sweet. So
Yes.
today's episode, we're actually going to be talking to you guys about what the anxiety compass is. Now, everyone's familiar with what a compass actually is. Like, you know what a compass is, right, Nat?
I certainly do.
Yeah, it's something that we use to navigate and find our true north. What's our true north, Nat?
That is our true self. I mean, if you're out hiking, for example, and you get lost, I always say, look at the stars or look at the sun and find your north. North will take you to safety.
Yes. I love that. I
So,
started having images of Moana with the Wayfinder, how she follows
yeah,
the stars to get her
yes,
to where she needs.
absolutely. Yeah, so finding your true north means that finding your true self, discovering, and that is what one of the gifts that anxiety gives us to connect in with who we are. Because oftentimes, if you've got an anxiety disorder, you oftentimes lose yourself, especially inside the disorder. That's just the way the medical world works.
Mm.
That's the way society works. So yeah,
Mhm.
being able to connect in and discover who we are.
Yes, discover who we are. It's
Yeah.
a never-ending discovery, isn't it?
It
And
never ends.
yeah, and I
Never
find a lot of
ends.
people that I meet, they're too busy to find out who they are and slow down. They're just running with the motions of life, and that's when anxiety and all that anxious feeling builds up in us when we're just constantly saying,
Absolutely.
nope, nope, just follow me, body. I've got plans, and you just have to follow because I don't have time to stop.
Absolutely. No.
So what I've done, and Matt's helped me out with this, is we've done the compass, and each point of the compass. So you've got north, south, east. I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting. Never eat soggy wheat bix. North, south, east, west, and then there's the northeast and southwest, and clearly, if you're watching the YouTube or whatever this is going on, I apologize because my hands are all over the place. I found as I went along from when I was a little girl to now, anxiety has been kind of like, what is it called, where they disguise themselves as like a shapeshifter, and it's shown
Yeah.
up in so many different ways. And so for me, I grabbed, as I was writing my book, I had to relive all those moments, and I realized that they were different things that were happening inside my body or outside my body that were causing this feeling. And so I've broken them up, and we had a bit of a chat about this, and it's quite a, I think it's really insightful, and I'm really proud of myself for what I've done here, Nat. It's very
You
exciting.
should be, Sammy. You really should be. I think
No,
you've broken it down, beautifully
well, I just
in an
thought,
easy way to understand.
yeah, and I feel like things don't have to be that complicated. So
No,
let's,
they really don't.
yeah,
Our
exactly. So
brain does that so well, complicating
yes.
things. So
So if you're driving along or whatever you're doing listening, picture a compass, and we want to go to our true north. So north is up or whichever way. Now, along the way, things happen to our body that push us away from the true north. And we'll start with east. So if your body is sort of leaning towards the east, This is where there's kind of chemical imbalances and perhaps nutritional deficiencies are happening. Maybe you're having some major blood sugar crashes because your diet's all over the place, or you're stressed and your blood sugars aren't coping. Maybe you've got gut bugs and it's causing, toxins to go into your body. I know for myself, I've taken the wrong type of supplements, and that caused massive, not so great. Things were out of balance in my body. And then you can also get like sneaky additives. I know for many anxious people, having MSG or things that are similar to MSG can set your body off big time. Do you
Yeah.
agree with me on that?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Mm.
It's a
Hmm.
big,
Yeah.
it's a big trigger. It can be a
Even
big trigger.
caffeine. Caffeine's a chemical
Yeah.
that, yeah. I'm the, on the pack how they say not for caffeine sensitive people. That's me. That's
Yeah.
me. Yeah. You don't want to see me on caffeine, guys. I'm crazy.
No,
Woo.
and I even find now if I have too much, yeah, I'm the same. If I have too much caffeine, I can feel it in my belly. I can
Yeah.
feel it in my chest. That
Yeah,
anxiety
definitely. Well, that's why you run
starts
to the
building up.
toilet after your coffee, because it's your nervous
Well, yeah,
system
because it's
getting everything
literally
cleaned out.
it does. I mean, it
Yeah,
literally works on our nervous system.
exactly.
Affects our nervous system.
Exactly. So some of the things, if yours is a chemical and nutritional roots to why you're feeling so anxious and overwhelmed, and even just everything gets to you. So for me, I'll be fine, I'll be calm, I'll be doing stuff, and all of a sudden I'll be taking the wrong supplement, and within 2 or 3 days, everything is overwhelming. I feel like I'm going to be a failure. I'm over calculating everything. Some people live like this all the time, and it could definitely be something you're putting in your body.
Yeah.
So you might notice like energy spikes and mood crashes, anxious after coffee. Even chocolate sets me off, Nat. Like
Yeah.
I can't eat chocolate, dark chocolate. Ugh.
Dark chocolate. Yeah. Well, yeah.
And it's funny because
I
I
mean,
don't
but
really
it's
like.
also because it affects your blood sugar levels as well.
Yeah.
So there's also there's the caffeine, but also blood sugar levels.
Yes.
So having those spikes and then
Yeah. And it's your
crashes.
body panicking because
Yeah,
you can't have that much like sugar in your blood. So your body and your brain thinks, oh my gosh, we're going to die. We need to quickly, get rid of that sugar. And so it starts to panic a little bit and try and get you back to homeostasis, so normal levels that the body's comfortable in. And so, I mean, we can go deeper into that into another episode because I think there's a lot of people
absolutely.
following that probably love chocolate and caffeine, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh gosh. And then there's the gut issues, which is what you and I see. Well, I've not got my clinic open anymore, but you do. You see bloating,
Yeah.
nausea, IBS, because that's all
Yep.
linked, right? Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And a really, really common thing, again, it comes back to the nervous system and with gut, is you will often find that you, like, so when you do poos, we're nutritionists, we talk a lot about poo.
Oh, I love
It's
poo.
it's such, I know, it is such a beautiful diagnostic tool. And it's something that you can, as we go through, we'll be teaching you how to be able to look at your poo and
Yes.
help, understand your body and what is going on. But one thing with anxiety is you could oscillate between having diarrhea and constipation. And
Yep.
it's, changing it up. Sometimes every, one day, and I was like this, one day I would have severe diarrhea.
Oh, yeah.
But then the next day, all of a sudden, I'd be constipated, and I'd be
Yep.
constipated for a few days. Then all of a sudden, it'd go back to, and that is a really, really common symptom of
Of,
of anxiety.
yeah. So it
Your
might not
nervous
be the
system.
food you're eating, it could be just the anxiousness that's causing the gut issues as well. But
Yep.
focusing on the east, I'm sure we're going to diverge. Is it diverge where we go out and around? My brain's not working, but yeah, we
Di-
that's the word that I'm
yes,
looking for.
diverge. Yes, I think that's correct.
So for you and I, if it was a chemical and nutritional roots that the reason why we're feeling so anxious, we'd look at your gut microbes and balance them out. We'd look at balancing your blood sugar levels with adding more proteins and fats into your diet. I mean, it's not a one size fits all, but these are the things that we
No.
look at. We look at your nutrient levels, whether your iron deficiency is a big
Iron,
cause of
huge,
feeling
huge.
anxious, and
Yeah,
B12 deficiency.
massive. And that was one of my biggest things was
Yeah.
B12.
Yep. And these are just things that people don't think to look at. And it's not as a
No,
matter of just going and getting a supplement. Like I said, I took the wrong ones for a very long time because I couldn't methylate them properly. I couldn't absorb them properly in my body and break them down.
exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, we can go further into that in another
Yeah.
episode. There's just so many really
I
good
know. There
golden
is.
nuggets to share with you guys.
There
Shall we go
is.
to do you want to say any more on that quadrant, or shall we go?
No, I think we've covered it as a overview of what's going on.
If you hear a weird noise, it's just my dog Midas. He's on my lap. It's not me.
Oh, Midas is so cute. I'm so glad he's joined us for this
I know.
podcast.
Well, I've got someone out there who he has to be in here who'll annoy the person out there. Moving on to the next, let's go west. Let's go to west side.
Let's go west.
West side. So west is the emotional roots. And a lot of this is the one that even though I changed my diet and I started looking after myself nutritionally, there were things that were causing me to go back to foods that were triggering me. And even though I knew that they weren't nutritious or great for my body, I was still going to them for comfort. And it was an emotional thing.
Yeah, I was about to say that good old emotional eating.
Yes. And so for me, it was unfelt feelings. As a little girl, as a protective mechanism, I didn't allow myself to feel. So I kind of just brushed everything and talked. Yeah. I think we've had this discussion before. We've both done this where what's the word I'm thinking of? Like decompartmentalize, where you just remove yourself from that emotion and put logic in it.
Compartmentalize, putting everything into little boxes.
Yeah.
Nothing nothing touches, like everything.
Exactly. It's like,
and that's also a part of that perfectionism is just, it's a really
don't let yourself feel. So, I can't feel, because I need to be strong for my family. I need to be strong. Yep. And so that kind of builds up over time because you set a pattern. And so you're feeling all these feelings as a human and you're not allowing yourself to feel them. And that builds tension. Not good.
It really does.
Yeah.
And it's also telling our nervous system from an emotional point of view that it's not safe to feel because we're pushing down those underlying emotions.
Yes.
Which then because everything in our body is interconnected. And so then it's also where that's where it gets into that cycle, because then our nervous system thinks that it's not safe.
Yeah. That's exactly what it's about.
Perpetuating. Yeah.
That's at the core of it, really, is the body really just not feeling safe. And so it's acting out.
Yeah, absolutely. And that comes down to like people pleasing, because we don't feel safe in ourselves. We don't feel like we're enough. And that also comes into that perfectionism. Like it's a really typical presentation with people with anxiety. They can often have those perfectionist tendencies and people pleasing.
And I know at one point in my life, I was so obsessed with getting healthy that I kind of turned away from some people, and looking back on certain things I'd said and done, I felt shame. Yeah. So shame spirals can be a big, like shame and guilt seem to be right at the depths with emotions that you hold on to. And Absolutely. So, that can cause a lot of anxiety in your body, because you just feel not good enough and unworthy and all the things.
All the things.
All the things. But you hit the nail on the head with the people pleasing patterns. So if you're listening, that's my dog. If you're listening, this can be where you feel anxious being around certain people. That's a trigger. Anxiety out of nowhere. If you're a perfectionist, like I used to be, sometimes I still am. A people pleaser, sometimes I still am. That one sits deep, particularly with women, people pleasing.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. And it's we can do a whole episode on that one. That one will
be We really can.
Yeah, I'll enjoy that one. Emotional numbness is a big one where you don't actually, if you don't cry and you just don't let yourself feel, that's a big one. And difficulty expressing what you need. I know I did this for a long time where I just was a go with the flow kind of gal.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do what you want. I don't care. Let's do this.
Yeah, yeah, I was the same.
Yeah.
And that comes back to that people pleasing as
Yeah.
well, like because you can't express your needs. So it's just like, yep, whatever you want to do. You say yes when really you want to say no. And that's a
Yes.
really typical common thing with women in our society. We are brought up, as we said, we will do a whole episode on this, but
Yeah.
we're told, be polite, be nice,
Be nice.
don't be difficult.
Yes.
Don't make
Hmm.
it, don't cause a scene, all
I've
these
had
sorts
some
of
women
things.
say to me, you need to look after the man, make sure the man is happy. I'm like, the man?
Absolutely.
What about me?
Exactly. And also another thing, if you're the eldest child
Mm,
in a family, anxiety can develop because told by your parents. I know I was like this, look after your little sister.
mm.
You take on more of a parenting role. It's just a natural thing, really common manifestation.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So for you and I don't know about
Yeah.
you, but I know for me what helped was journaling,
Yeah.
crying. I actually cried properly for the first time only a few years ago. Holy moly, that changed my life. Noticing that inner critic inside your voice is wrong sometimes. I mean, there's intuition, but there's also a nasty little guy that tells you that you're not good enough all the time. And boundaries, small ones to start, were
Yep.
a lifesaver
Baby
for me.
steps.
Yeah, yeah. And then also, seeking support, as always, seeking advice, like depending on who you are. It could be a spiritual person, it could be a counselor, it could be a psychologist. There's always someone out there to help you unravel what's going on underneath. Nutrition is
Yeah.
only one layer, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I
What's
think that's really good.
underneath?
Yeah.
What,
I think
you
that's a really
know
good thing to point
why?
out.
Exactly. You know
It's a
why?
multimodality approach to it's not just one thing, like counseling or therapy
Hmm.
or nutrition,
It's like a
or spiritualist. It's because I mean that's holistic care, isn't it? And that's literally what the compass is
yeah.
all the different aspects of us. So yeah, it often takes a team of people or modalities to help overcome
Mm.
and support anxiety and anxiety disorders.
Get a team. So with
Yeah.
this quadrant, I keep saying quadrant. I'm just going to go with that. The emotional roots. So anxiety is like a bodyguard here, and it's protecting you from feeling things
Yeah,
that doesn't want you to feel. So that's
absolutely.
definitely one. I think we might even do another episode after this on the middle quadrants, because otherwise we're going to be going too long on this one. We've
Yeah,
still
yeah. I
got
think, yeah,
south to do. So let's do south,
yep,
and then I think we'll do another episode where we do
yep.
the other ones.
The other compass
Um
points. Yep.
yeah. Do you have any more on more on? Do you have any more on? Do you have any more about the
Oh, no,
yeah,
thanks,
yeah,
Sammy.
you're a moron. In the west, do you have any more about the west side?
I no, I don't. You know what song keeps coming into my head every time you say West? Remember Go West by
Go west.
yeah, that's good.
Pet Shop Boys, wasn't it? Is it
That's
Pet Shop Boys?
literally in my head.
And now you've just put it in everyone else's heads. I'm just
Yeah,
picturing
yeah,
them with
that
their
was
little hats and doing the
yes.
marching.
Yeah, yeah. What was the name
Oh
of the
my
band?
gosh.
Can't think of their name. We'll have to look it up.
The Pet
I
Shop
can't
Boys,
think of their
isn't
name.
it?
Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
yeah,
it.
yeah. I said that.
Yes.
You're too busy singing.
I know, right?
Okay, we'll go down south. Let's go down south
Let's
now.
go. Let's go down
Down,
south.
down south. So we have the physical roots.
Yes.
Ooh. So what's physical roots? Well, physical roots are things like fatigue. I know I had that. I overtrained the other week. I've been trying to hit a certain mark at the gym to go up on
Yep.
the level. So I've been
Yeah.
going more than I should. And my
Yeah.
body was like, what? And so I overdid that. Even sickness can be a physical root, underlying sickness that you've
Yeah.
got,
Yeah.
tension in the body, and just physical depletion, which so many of us have. And that can come from people pleasing.
Absolutely. But it also can come, even if you're trying to have, eat really well, have a really great diet, our soil is so depleted
Oh,
these
yes.
days of nutrients. So it's actually really, really easy. If you're already on the go, really busy, so you're a mum and you're go, 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 you run a business, whatever you're doing, life is just busy. So
Yeah.
you're already getting depleted. And then you're trying to eat well,
Or
and
less. A lot of people
oftentimes,
try to
and
lose
often
weight.
less. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I was never an emotional eater. If I'm anxious, I stop eating. I can't eat.
Yeah.
I just can't because I've got
Yep.
that big steel ball in my belly. So I
Yep.
don't want to eat. Having nutrient deficiencies, and that's not even talking about when you do have, when you're wired but tired, exhausted, run down,
Yeah.
you're naturally depleted.
Yep.
And we'll go deeper into that in another episode as well, as to what minerals and vitamins are depleted
Yes.
when we are run down or burnt out.
And
There's
I
some
think
very, very specific ones that we see, across the board.
and I also find that the physical depletion, it also stems from societal pressures. So I know for
Yeah.
myself as a mum, I'm physically depleted, not so much these days. Well, some days I am, because you're trying to keep up with everything that everyone
Yep.
else thinks they have to do, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Life
crap.
is so fast.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
so
What's going on,
fast.
people? Slow down.
Yeah.
Why do you do what
Yeah.
you do? Like, let's think
Exactly.
about that.
Yes. Pausing
Mm.
to breathe.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
breathe,
breathing.
people. What you might notice if it's a physical thing for you, because sometimes it's not an emotional thing, sometimes you're
No.
physically just trying to do all the things. You might feel really tired, but then when you go to bed, you're wired,
Tired.
right? Exhausted and
Yes.
anxious, up all
Yep.
night, can't sleep, walking around like
Yeah.
a zombie.
Mind's racing.
Yeah.
All the lists, all the to-do lists are
Yep.
rushing through your head, or you're
Building.
ruminating on things you said that day, or what you could have said,
Yep.
what you've got to do tomorrow. Yeah.
Yep. Maybe another thing is you're really feeling anxious when you're sick and run down. That can be another thing. I know for
Yeah.
myself, I actually get anxious when I'm unwell because I think that I'm having a panic attack or my something's not right. I'm dying. You start to
Oh,
think worst case scenario,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
you've just got a virus or something. So that can make
Yeah.
you quite anxious. I know I went to that was a crack in my back. I went to my masseuse. She gave me a gift for my birthday, which was an hour
Oh,
of massaging me in pain because
oh, lovely.
and then she's just draining the lymphatics and oh wow.
Yeah.
I actually
Beautiful.
was exhausted that night because of the
Were
amount of
you?
tension
Yeah.
that was released. So
Yeah. And also
yeah.
getting the lymphatics going. So
Mm,
getting it all moving again. So, and
no,
yeah,
I
you
think we
can. I
should.
mean,
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think we should get Chelsea on to talk lymphatics because she's a pro on that
yes,
one.
absolutely. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, definitely. We
yeah,
will get guests on every now and then. And then maybe you might feel achy or shaky or just feeling off. I know that for me, some days something just doesn't feel right in your body. So there's
yeah,
definitely things. I know if it's a physical thing, whether I'm sick or that, I definitely, and you probably agree with me, I prioritize sleep
yeah.
and I'm selfish about it. So I'm like, you want this
Oh, but are
mama
you
to be good?
selfish?
Yeah.
I challenge that word,
What's that?
Sammy. Selfish.
Selfish. It's a
No,
priority for
it
me.
is. It
It
is.
is.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Um, yeah, self-care is not selfish.
This is true.
I
It's true.
mean, you when you're on an airplane, when they're doing the whole, here's all the safety stuff. They
Mm,
always tell you put your oxygen mask on first before
yes,
you look after other people around you because it is so nourishing. It is so healing.
it
It is
is.
not selfish
It's a
to take
reboot.
that time.
When you were saying that, I
Yes.
was picturing, I don't know if you've watched Schitt's Creek with Moira and she puts the face mask on first. And there's a gift with her. It's
Yes.
pretty funny. Yeah, sleep. I think definitely we can even do a whole episode on sleep because I'm sure I know when I had my clinic
Absolutely.
open, there was a lot of people that could not sleep. And I had one lady come in who could sleep. That's my timer. And I said, maybe don't tell everyone that you can sleep because they might gouge your eyes out.
So true.
It
Yes.
is. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. I see the same. It's really common in my clinic. The
Yeah.
women, I mean, that's one of the number one things is sleep.
It's sleep. Prioritize your sleep. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So sleep, I support my immune system as well when it's run down and movement, but I look at what kind of movement
Mm,
I'm doing. So maybe not the HIIT classes for a while and just do some gentle
no.
movement and a good massage to reset that tension. And
Yeah.
then also replenishing what we were talking about at the start, replenishing with electrolytes and things that are missing from doing too much, people, too much.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what have we got? West, we did east, west, south. We know that north is our true north. There's also other quadrants, guys. I don't know if quadrants is the right word. What do you call it on a compass? The
Compass
different
points.
points. Different
Compass
points.
points.
Compass
Yeah.
points. So I think we'll leave it here and we'll come back with some more info for you guys, looking at some other points that might be what's the burning factor for you as to why your body's working overtime to keep you safe. What are you
Yeah,
doing to it?
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at those other compass
Anxiety could be,
directions.
what did you say? Sorry.
I said, yeah, looking at those other compass directions,
Yeah.
definitely.
And I think for South, anxiety is your body saying, you have pushed me too far.
Yep,
I need to heal, slow down.
absolutely. And that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, that's the whole premise of
Mm-hmm.
this podcast and the book is that anxiety
It's talking to
is
you.
is talking to you. It's just
Mm.
saying, hey, I need some support and help over here.
Yeah.
I know it's called an anxiety disorder, and I can understand the disorder because it's our body is
Yes.
disordered,
Yeah.
but it's not a disorder. It's, as you say, Sammy, throughout your book, the whole premise is it's a gift.
It is. It is. It's a gift and
Gift
it's a
in
way to
disguise.
connect. Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, let's leave this episode here. It's very
Yes,
exciting. I actually
it
have
is.
someone in my house vacuuming in the background, so I hope you can't hear that, but I'll drown
It's not
that
coming
out. See,
through.
that's
No.
delegation. That was me. That was a perfect
Yes.
example. I would never pay for things that I could do myself, but I couldn't be doing this episode if I'm out there vacuuming, guys.
No.
Yeah, but we'll do that on another episode too, the delegating tasks, because that's important.
Mm,
All right,
absolutely.
we'll leave it there. Do you have
Okay.
any more words of wisdom before we go to the next episode?
No, I think, yeah, leaving it here would be perfect.
Wonderful. And we're still thinking about how we're going to end our episode. So stick with it, guys, as
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
form and grow the non perfectionists in action.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. See you soon.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us on the Anxiety Compass. If you love this episode, share it with a friend who needs a little laugh and a lot of calm. We'll see you in the next one. Keep following your true north. Disclaimer time. Sammy and Natalie may be clinical nutritionists, but we're not your personal doctors. What you hear is for learning and laughing, not diagnosing or prescribing. If things feel bigger than you, call your doctor or local support line or reach out to a qualified health professional. They've got your back too.